Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas are two names that immediately take audiences back to a different era of television, when primetime dramas ruled the screen, and celebrity culture was far more linear than the fast-moving social media world of today. Heather Locklear built a career defined by iconic performances in shows like Melrose Place and Dynasty, becoming one of the most recognizable faces of 1980s and 1990s television. Meanwhile, Lorenzo Lamas became widely known for his role as Lance Cumson in Falcon Crest, earning a strong fan base and establishing himself as a staple of classic TV drama. Over the years, both stars have experienced the kind of public attention that follows long-term fame. Their careers brought them admiration, headlines, and ongoing curiosity about their personal lives. Because of their shared era of success and overlapping circles in Hollywood, it is not surprising that fans occasionally revisit the idea of whether their paths have crossed romantically in meaningful ways, even decades later. Recently, rumors have begun circulating online suggesting that Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas may have reconnected in a more personal way following Heather's reported engagement breakup. These rumors have spread through social media discussions, entertainment blogs, and fan speculation, creating a wave of curiosity about whether there is any truth behind the claims, or whether this is simply another example of celebrity gossip evolving without solid evidence. To understand why this rumor gained traction, it helps to look at the broader context of both of their lives. Heather Locklear has been in the public eye for decades, and her personal relationships have often been the subject of media coverage. Over time, she has experienced high-profile relationships, engagements, and breakups, each of which has drawn public attention. Whenever a major relationship ends, especially in Hollywood, speculation about what comes next tends to follow quickly. Similarly, Lorenzo Lamas has also had a well-documented personal history, including multiple marriages and relationships over the years. Because both individuals have lived much of their romantic lives publicly, fans often feel familiar with them, even though the reality of their private lives is far more complex and less visible than headlines suggest. The current wave of rumors appears to have started from unverified social media activity and alleged sightings. Some fans claim the two may have been seen in similar locations or interacting indirectly online. However, none of these claims have been confirmed through reliable sources or direct statements from either party. In the world of celebrity culture, this type of speculation is common, especially when two well-known names are loosely connected through past industry familiarity. It is important to emphasize that, as of now, there has been no official confirmation that Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas are in a romantic relationship. Neither of them has made public statements supporting the idea that they are back together, and no verified photographic evidence has surfaced to confirm such claims. What exists instead is a collection of assumptions, interpretations, and fan-driven narratives that have grown through repetition online. Still, the idea of a possible reconnection between them continues to capture attention. Part of this comes from nostalgia. Fans who remember the height of 1980s and 1990s television often feel a sense of emotional attachment to the stars they grew up watching. When names from that era resurface in connection with romance rumors, it tends to spark interest that goes beyond simple curiosity. It becomes a reflection of how audiences remember a particular time in entertainment history. Social media plays a major role in amplifying this type of story. A single post suggesting a possible sighting or interaction can quickly spread across platforms, being reshared, reinterpreted, and expanded upon. In many cases, the original claim becomes less important than the conversation it generates. As more users add their opinions, theories, and interpretations, the line between fact and speculation becomes increasingly blurred. In the case of Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas, some fans have pointed to their past familiarity within the Hollywood landscape as a reason why a reconnection would not be surprising. Both have worked in similar eras of television, attended overlapping industry events, and moved within similar professional environments. However, familiarity does not necessarily indicate a current romantic relationship, and no evidence has confirmed that their connection has evolved beyond professional or historical acquaintance. Another factor fueling the rumor is the timing of Heather Locklear's reported engagement breakup. Whenever a public figure ends a relationship, especially after a long or serious commitment, public curiosity naturally turns toward their emotional and personal next steps. In celebrity culture, there is often an assumption that new relationships will emerge quickly, even though the reality is usually far more private and gradual. Lorenzo Lamas's name entering the conversation may simply be the result of nostalgic association, rather than any real development. In many cases, when fans revisit the past relationships or connections of celebrities, they begin to connect dots that are not necessarily linked in reality. This phenomenon is especially common when both individuals remain recognizable public figures. Despite the lack of confirmation, the rumor continues to circulate because it fits a familiar pattern. Celebrity romance stories often thrive on ambiguity. A lack of clear denial can sometimes be interpreted as confirmation by fans, even when no supporting evidence exists. This creates a cycle where speculation continues to grow independently of facts. Entertainment media outlets also play a role in this cycle. Even when they do not directly confirm rumors, they may report on buzz or online speculation, which further spreads awareness of the topic. As a result, what begins as a small online discussion can quickly become a widely discussed entertainment narrative. However, when examining the situation carefully, the current status remains unchanged. There is no verified evidence that Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas are romantically involved again. No confirmed statements, no official appearances as a couple, and no reliable reports support the claim that they have rekindled a relationship. Public reaction to the rumor is mixed. Some fans express excitement at the idea, viewing it as a nostalgic and romantic storyline involving two well-known figures from television history. They imagine the possibility of a second-chance romance between two people who have both experienced long and complex personal journeys. Others, however, are more cautious, pointing out that celebrity rumors often spread without foundation and can easily mislead audiences. Skeptical voices emphasize the importance of relying on verified information rather than social media interpretation. They note that celebrity culture frequently produces speculative narratives that gain traction simply because they are interesting, not because they are true. In this case, the lack of concrete evidence strongly suggests that the rumor should be treated as unconfirmed. Looking at the broader picture, this situation highlights how modern celebrity news functions in the digital age. In earlier decades, rumors might have been limited to tabloids or entertainment television shows. Today, however, information spreads instantly through social platforms, fan pages, and online discussions. This means that even minor speculation can evolve into a widely recognized story within hours. It also reflects how audiences engage with celebrities on a personal level. Fans often feel emotionally invested in the lives of public figures they have followed for years. This emotional connection can sometimes blur the distinction between curiosity and assumption, leading to interpretations that go beyond available facts. In the case of Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas, the fascination likely comes from a combination of nostalgia, familiarity, and the natural human interest in romance stories. Both actors represent a recognizable era of television history, and the idea of their paths crossing romantically again is compelling to some audiences, even in the absence of evidence. As things stand, the most accurate conclusion is that the story remains unverified. There is ongoing speculation, but no confirmation. Neither Heather Locklear nor Lorenzo Lamas has indicated that they are together, and no reliable sources have reported any confirmed relationship between them in the present moment. Until either of them chooses to speak publicly, or credible evidence emerges, the rumor remains just that, a rumor. Still, the conversation continues online, fueled by curiosity and the enduring appeal of celebrity relationships. Whether or not there is any truth behind it, the discussion itself reveals how strongly audiences remain connected to familiar names from television history. And so the question remains open in the public imagination. Are Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas truly reconnecting romantically, or is this simply another passing wave of Hollywood speculation? For now, there is no confirmed answer, only discussion, interpretation, and the ongoing cycle of celebrity curiosity that keeps stories like this alive. We want to hear from you. Do you think there is any possibility that Heather Locklear and Lorenzo Lamas could be reconnecting? Or do you believe this is just another rumor without substance? Share your thoughts and join the conversation. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.